Welcome to Wicked and Wasted, where two unfiltered millennials talk about all things Disney and drinks. I'm Donte.
And I'm Emma. And today we have a special New Year's Eve episode. Woo!
Woo, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year. Should we start by introducing our very special New Year's drink?
I hope so. I think it's
Well, today's kind of a fun one. We wanted something kind of bubbly, feels very festive in New Year's. And so we thought about one of our favorites from the Enchanted Rose, which is pretty classic French 75. Very delicious. I put mine in the very fun little Disney 100th anniversary champagne flute.
Yeah, I can't find
Very
mine.
fun. No.
Cheers!
I love a French 75.
I love
I'm
a
a big
good
fan.
bubbly.
Yeah, I feel like it combines two of my favorite things in the entire world. Bubbles and gin. Just need to find a way to add some caviar.
Caviar?
To that, and I'm set.
Exactly, I know. Damn it. That's what's missing. Oh, but I got cheese. Not yet, Donte.
This is why we like doing it at the Enchanted Rose, because we can drink our French 75 with the caviar. It's all
With
right
the caviar. Might as well.
there. It's right there.
I know we've said this, I think, probably a few times now, but
We know what we
when
like.
in Rome, when in the Enchanted Rose.
I do think that there's some phenomenon about that where like the caviar and the French 75s taste better when you're at the Enchanted Rose. I think it's like the
Yeah, because
atmosphere.
you're already feeling euphoric and
Yeah. That's like when you go to
a bit
like
of ecstasy. So
Europe, like you're
everything's
in
great.
Italy and you go to
Yeah,
a restaurant and they
uh,
just give you like the house wine and you're like, this is the
exactly.
most delicious thing I've ever had. And then if you try and drink it
Yeah,
outside of that, you're like, it just tastes like wine. But
yeah,
because you were there,
yeah,
it tastes better.
yeah. You just got to do it. Like I said, when in Rome, but in this case, France.
You know, this little lemon piece of shit in there is really pissing me off.
Well,
Keeps stopping me
yeah.
from taking like a full sip of my drink.
Oh, we can eat it.
I'm trying to make it not covered in alcohol. So I
Did
can
you
put
know
it
that the
down.
lemon it doesn't allow for anything else to absorb except the alcohol?
Are you trying to make me eat a lemon peel and make it make it sounds like some bullshit.
Random facts of the day.
Great.
Yep, true story.
It's easier to
Moving on.
drink without the twist in it. But the twist is
What have we
pretty.
got to talk about today? It's
Well,
the end of the
I thought we
year,
should discuss,
wrapping things up.
yeah, look back in
Um,
2024 and look forward to 2025 and see what we've got going on.
I'm pretty excited for the next year.
Do you have any good memories
Okay.
from 2024? Perhaps Disney related
Um.
or
Well, I did some really good shopping at the Disney store. One of the last few Disney stores at the Woodbourne outlet in Oregon, off the
Oh,
five, just under Portland. I got a pretty good one over there.
that's good.
Yeah.
I was going to say
I
that,
totally forgot what I got. I got a lot of ornaments. They do ornaments over there. I think it was like 2 for 16 or something. It was a really good deal.
yeah, no, I
Whereas they're
have
like
a,
30, usually $30 a piece.
they're so expensive. I have the Disney outlet store by me. And I do enjoy a little shopping trip at the outlet store.
It's a lot of fun. That's about the closest I get to Disney lately.
Well,
But
we're going to change that soon enough.
yeah. What else happened with Disney this year that I got to
I was going to say
experience?
that we finally started this podcast. We've been talking about like having like an Instagram account and like a podcast
This
that's
happened.
Disney
That's
related.
pretty
We've been talking
exciting.
about
We've
it
been
for
talking about this
years.
for about 7 or 8 years now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we finally did it. Good for
we did
us.
this. We might actually have something established if we started it when we brought it up. I built
I know. We've been
this.
like,
This is
oh
pretty
yeah, you
fantastic.
you made a whole Disney
The
shelf.
the Disney 100 year happened, and then that happened. Well, I was talking about the camera, the Lego camera.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah.
was
You
that
built
was
that.
fun.
That's good.
Yeah, I did, and I did that, and yeah, well,
Yeah. It was a pretty good Disney year, I would say, for me. I didn't go as much as I have like in the past. I feel like I was just like super busy year with work and everything, but the times that I did go were fun, brought my family back after like a
yeah, I
decade.
got to do that. That's pretty
Yeah,
exciting.
I went with a coworker because they were going to bring their kids for the first time and they were like,
Oh,
I have no idea what to do, and I was like, fear not,
so
I am here for you. And so I
that's
took
really
them, so
generous
that
of
was
you.
fun. I got to
It seems like fun to see a kid's
introduce.
first time, but it's also just that's a lot.
It is a lot, but it was fun because
It's a
it
lot.
was three siblings that went, and then one of them had their two kids, and the three siblings went like had memories of going to Disneyland back in like back in the day, and so much had changed for them too that it was almost more fun to watch them and
Uh
like
huh.
them recognize the changes. I mean, the kids had fun too, but it was fun to see kind of how the adults were like thinking about how things had changed and like thinking back on memories from when they were kids and their
Yeah.
mom took them to
Yeah.
Disneyland. And so that was really fun. Yeah.
I like that aspect of it, but how it hasn't changed because it's still the
Hmm.
same. It's still like a place you've been before, but it's
Yeah.
always
They had like memories or like, is
evolving.
this still here? And I was like, yes, we can go do that. And then they were like, what is this? And I'm like, it's completely new. And they were like, wait a minute, what? So it was fun to see kind of both sides of it. That was very, very cool.
The speaking of things that have changed but have gone back to kind of what it was before, reinvented. The treehouse, the Robinson treehouse, right?
Yeah. I'm so glad it's back to being
That's
the
pretty
family
exciting.
the
I
family of
loved
the
the Tarzan, but
Robinsons.
I do love the old Robinsons. That was a good movie.
I watch that movie all the time. I don't know what it is about that movie, but like I love that one.
I really, yeah, it's a really good one.
It's great. I think there's something
I'm
about
gonna have to
like
watch that after
it.
this first couple of weeks of the new year.
Yeah, no, I feel like there were like, like it was like the stories like when I was like younger, like my favorite books were like the Boxcar Children books. Do you remember those
Hmm.
books?
I don't think I read those.
Oh, it was like
I
a whole
know
series
of them, but
like
I
of
don't
like
know about
little
them.
books and the premise if I can remember correctly was like their parents died and they didn't want to go live with their grandfather because they thought he was mean or something. And so they ran away and they find like an abandoned boxcar on like a railroad and they decide to like live in the boxcar and like build things in it to make it like livable. And then at the end, their grandfather is a very nice man and he has the boxcar moved to his property so they can still hang out. And it's very happy. But like, I feel like there was the same kind of premise where like, it was like people building things and like inventing ways to make it work. And I feel like the Swiss Family
Yeah,
Robinson reminds me of that.
it's not the same story, but for some reason that reminded me of that movie Radio Flyer when I was a kid, which I
Radio
totally forgot
Flyer.
about that one. You know those wagons, those red wagons?
Yeah.
I had one of those as a kid, and then there was that movie, and I don't know why that just reminded me of it. Anyways, I didn't read that. I was a I was Goosebumps fan as a little kid.
Mm,
I
I
read a
did like
lot of those.
Goosebumps.
I just came
I liked
across
the
those. I've got like 30 of those books still from when I was a little kid in the 90 something, 90, late
yep,
90s.
sure, the late 90s when you were a wee baby.
Hmm.
Sure.
Yep.
I also like the what was it, the Magic Treehouse books? Those were great. Those were good books.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, we got Goosebumps, the series this year,
Yeah,
and the second one's going to come out here pretty soon. Second series or second season.
things are happening.
Wow, really moving on. We've got another Star Wars series.
I know I haven't watched it yet.
It's cute.
It's on my to-do list to watch it.
It's different. It's not like in the Star Wars story at all, but
Yeah.
it exists in the universe.
I think that's why I kind of put it off a little bit. I was like, it's not like necessary.
Yeah, yeah, it
But then it
doesn't.
got like really good
Well, at least
reviews. So
so far, yeah. It's. I mean, the production is great, and I think so far the story's good. I don't know. We're just getting into it. They're pretty short episodes for. I feel like they're around a half hour,
oh, that is short. I
and
just can't wait for the
yeah,
Mandalorian
plus or
movie
minus.
to get itself going.
I can't even think about that. Too
I just
excited.
want to see Mando
I
and
don't want to know
Grogu
anything about
again.
it.
I miss
I
them.
just want it to come out, and I'm gonna go to the theater, and it's gonna wow, and that's how I want it to be. I
Yep.
have to. It's gonna be so hard to not have any spoilers on that.
I think we're just gonna have to see it like immediately. Like I don't think it's one of those movies where we can wait like a couple weeks and then go see it. I think
Yeah,
it must be watched
yeah,
immediately once it comes out.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's how Wicked was. I didn't know anything about it really because I had never seen it, but you had, but I hadn't.
I had.
But yeah, that was really cool to see. Not knowing going into it, not knowing anything.
I can't believe you didn't know anything. I feel like that was such
Yeah,
a big thing when it was like first on Broadway and
I
like
know it was.
oh
Yeah,
03, 04, 05. Like I'm shocked you didn't just hear about it.
yeah. It's one of those things. Either I'm gonna see it, but I just never made it to it, so I didn't want to. I just never did, and then years went by, and now there's a movie. So now I've seen the movie,
Yeah. I
and it
feel
was
like I
great.
might
I
actually have a
thought.
hard time going back to watching the Broadway version of it because some of like the changes they made to the songs for the movie I like so much more and you just
Mm-hmm.
can't accomplish it. Like you could accomplish it with a full orchestra, but they don't have a full orchestra when you do the play. So like
Mm-hmm.
it's never going to sound the same. So they can't do anything with it and I'm going to be like a little bit sad if I ever saw it again. It
Well, I
doesn't sound like a movie.
yeah, yeah. I also just remembered I was listening. I saw a preview for like a thing for the new Mufasa the Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately I put it on my Spotify. I'm listening to it, and I'm like, "There's no like really good." It's not like the Lion King from the '90s. Like the songs in that movie were fantastic. I mean, it won
Yes.
it won the awards, and I knew exactly who had
Yeah,
a
it's Lin-Manuel
big
Miranda.
part of that one, and I could totally tell. And I was like, "This just sounds like that." And it's just, it's not it. It's not.
I'm
They
fully
fucked
prepared to
up.
hate.
They could
I'm
have
fully
done
prepared to
something
hate that
great.
movie.
I'm so sad. I really wanted them to do because the last Lion King didn't get good reviews, but they could have. They really could have done something with this and turned it around. And it's the end of the year. They really needed a good one. I mean, I think they got Moana. I haven't seen it yet. But
I haven't seen it either. I've heard bad
anyways,
things about the music on that one too,
yeah, I've listened to it, and it's not like the first movie. The first movie's
because it
the first
wasn't Lin-Manuel
movie's
Miranda.
not. You're gonna go from okay, Lin-Manuel Miranda. I feel like he's got some hits, but I'm over it. I'm ready to move on to something else. Bring something else in there, something fresh, something new.
You
Working.
got to have someone with some experience, you know, for a Disney movie. It's got to be someone who has.
Yeah,
They
that
should
was the
do what
whole
they
thing in
did
the
with
'90s. That was the
Lin-Manuel
whole
Miranda.
renaissance was
Look
bringing
at.
these actual like major artists in here, like
Well, that's what
big
I'm thinking.
names
Like
that brought something completely of their own and made it.
Howard. It's Howard Ashman and
Uh, um, you can get it.
it'll come to me eventually. But my point is they were good because they came from Broadway. You're Googling it right now. I can see you.
What?
I can see you Googling it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You turned around and your phone was on the screen.
I was just
could
admiring my tree over here.
Anyway, the reason that they were good is
Stuart
because
White?
they came.
Bill Lotch?
No.
Oh,
Look up
okay.
Little Mermaid. Who did the music and lyrics for Little Mermaid? It's
Oh,
Howard Ashman and.
You don't know? Really?
Anyways, the reason that they worked, is my point, was that they came from Broadway. They came
Yeah.
from Broadway, so they had that background. And that's the same
Where were
reason
they
why
from?
Lin-Manuel Miranda worked originally, because he came from Broadway and he brought that talent. They need to find new people who are originating new things on Broadway that are doing really well and bring them in to do the music and lyrics for the next wave of animated films. That's what they need to do. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
I should probably know this before I say it out loud.
What? What are we
just letting
talking
me
about?
figure it out. The music. Alan Menken.
Alan Menken. Alan
stupid.
Menken and Howard Ashman. I was
Favorite
right
emoji.
there the entire time.
It's my favorite emoji because it's literally me all the time.
But yeah, that's why they worked, because they came from Broadway. And then that's why Lin-Manuel Miranda worked when he first came in, because he came from Broadway. So what they need to do for this new wave is to stop with all this nonsense and find the people that are originating and perfecting Broadway now.
That's where I was going to go with that one was, well, I don't know if... Did they, I'm just going to find this out because I don't want to say this and ask because I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to this movie.
What were we talking about? Wicked? Steven Schwartz? Steven Schwartz did the Broadway play, and then he went on to do Wicked too. And I heard that he wrote 2 new songs for the second half of Wicked that are not the Broadway show.
Well, the music's similar, but
it's the same. Yeah, it was Steven Schwartz.
Did he, like he wrote the music, but did he make it for the movie? Like, because they did their own versions for the movie.
I believe he worked with it. He's credited on the soundtrack for the Wicked movie also, so I believe he also did it for the movie.
Mr. Powell.
But Broadway, that's what I'm talking about. The talent is in Broadway.
Mr. Miranda?
No, listen, he is magnificent. He's magnificent. Great. He is a genius in his own right. It's just getting a little bit tired now. We need fresh. We need new intervention. He was great in Moana. He was great in Encanto. We don't talk about Bruno. Come on now. That's an instant classic.
Yeah,
that's
a
hit.
Yeah, there's good ones, but
you look back on his Broadway career,
just a
Hamilton, In the Heights.
There's just too much.
Genius.
Yeah, I never saw Hamilton.
You never saw Hamilton?
I didn't see anything. Honestly, I've only seen 2 Broadway things, and it was Les Mis and The Phantom of the Opera.
Okay, well, both of those are fabulous. But seriously?
Like, great. They're fucking great. But,
this blows my mind.
I think that's it. Yeah.
We were in LA for years. The Pantages was right there. They were doing Broadway plays all the time. And we didn't go and see any of them? Why not?
No, I don't know why. Because it was right down the street.
It's right there. Why weren't we doing that?
I don't know. I literally walked by it all the time.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah. That's where I saw The Lion King. That's where I saw Wicked.
Yeah, I remember seeing them at the, was that the Pantages?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The rest of the Broadway shows I've seen are
I was working,
Broadway,
so
like in New York.
I would go clubbing at Avalon behind the Pantages.
That's not the same thing.
When I got off of work.
That's not the same thing.
No, it's pretty good. You know, there was some good performers there.
I'm sure they were very talented. Yeah. It's not the same.
Yeah. I've seen some people there.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I was going to say that the other thing that happened, I guess technically it would have been like 2023, but I feel like I took advantage of it more in 2024, was the Palm Breeze Bar in downtown Disney at the Disneyland Hotel.
Yeah.
We really liked that. And then I think, I'm going to put my drink down for this because I almost got a little bit too excited. I am so excited for more of this, but what they have done with downtown Disney and the restaurants that they have put in there in 2024, let me tell you something.
A change.
When
I'm
I did
missing it.
Paseo in
Uh-huh.
downtown Disney for dinner,
Mm.
and it was spectacular. And I was shocked because I was making the reservations like, oh God, like a couple weeks in advance, maybe. And
Mm.
almost everything for downtown Disney was booked. It was completely booked. But Paseo had so many reservations available. That might have been the best meal that I've had at like on a Disneyland property in years. It was so delicious. And then I
Mm.
saw an article, and Paseo in downtown Disney was rated as like one of the top 25 restaurants of 2024 according to Yelp. And I totally believe it because
Already?
it was
They judge
delicious.
that
It was
based off of the
such,
amount of reviews.
I don't know, but it was
Only,
unbelievable. It was such a good meal,
I don't
and
know.
they're
It's
like
only got
little like
596
sister,
reviews.
their
And
little
only
like sister.
it's only a 4.6 out of 5.
Calm down. But their little like sister restaurant outside,
I
the
only do
Centrico.
4.8 or above. All right.
Centrico is amazing too. I've had nothing but good experiences at Centrico. I think
It
that
looks like it.
meal
I'm
and then
excited to try that.
Centrico is
I like
some of
what
the
they did with
best
that.
food and drink of 2024 that I had at a Disney park. It was
Yeah.
unbelievable. So good.
I just wish we can get some, like a haleo something in there. Don't know why.
Well, they still have so many restaurants that are opening up in downtown Disney. Oh God, the list is huge. They just announced like a few more, like not too long ago. And I think some of them are really
They've been trying
promising. I
not to
feel like
see
there was a
this.
barbecue place, like a steakhouse that was coming in.
Yeah, and that and
But it
Earl of
sounds like they're going to have
Sandwich,
like
whatever, keeps
multiple
moving
things
around.
coming in though. Like,
Great. Like what?
look
I
it
have no
up.
idea. That's
But like,
exactly
I'm
what I'm
trying to
doing.
remember. There was like a 3-story thing where there's going to be like a bar on one story and like a restaurant. Like, but there's some really cool things like planned. It sounds like.
Huh. We're clearly not the people to go to for the news, the new news. We don't even know what's
No,
going
I
on.
just react to the news when I see it.
Wow.
I don't
Isn't that
report on the news. I
exciting?
just react to it. I have opinions about it.
I got a lot of opinions.
I do.
Just let me tell you. Let's see.
Let me tell you
Din Tai
5.
Fung.
That's
Din
already
Tai Fung
open.
is good. That's fun, but
You know, the best part about Din Tai Fung is
it's just
it's
so
impossible to
busy.
get reservations, but you can get
It's so
takeout.
busy here,
So
and
go.
it's not even in Portland. It's in Tigard or Beaverton. It's at the Washington Square Mall here. But you got to wait in line to get in there, and it's like a line it's like a 45-minute, hour-long line. You have to stand in line to wait. It's so
Yeah, so there
obnoxious.
is no, don't wait in line in downtown Disney. You have to get a
No,
reservation, but don't even bother
no,
doing that. Just go get takeout food. It takes no time at all, and then take it into one of the parks and eat it. That's what you should do.
that makes
Is Din Tai
sense.
Fung in downtown Disney. Make a little picnic of
Yeah,
your dim sum, obviously.
yeah, yeah. But yeah. I always way overdo it, but I eat it
It
all.
is good
Every
dim sum,
single
though.
last bite. Just get it all. It's, yeah.
It's good dim
But,
sum.
yeah. I'd rather just go some, like, kind of local place and just get it in the morning and or brunch dim sum and lounge and not have to be stressed about having to hurry up and be in a busy place. Because I want to eat and I want to eat a lot. And when you order things there, it just keeps on coming. And I'll order like 15 things there and then I've got no place to put it.
That was a really good story.
So it's just like Thanksgiving where I'm just stuffing it in my face so we can get the next plate, which tends to be a common, recurring theme with my certain dinners at Disney. Well, that wasn't at Disney when I had that though. I don't know what the excuse is. I'm just saying. I guess that's just me. It's not them. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
It's a really great story. I'm so glad you shared.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure what point that was, but more new restaurants. Anything else coming? I really want something Spanish down there. Like
Yeah, look it up. There was like a
Or
list that came up recently about like all the things coming to
yeah,
Downtown Disney.
I don't like. Why can't we get Haleo or Morimoto? That's all I really
I
want.
would take. Well, they're not going to do Morimoto now because they already put Din Tai Fung, and my guess
Totally
is
different. Din
I
Tai
know,
Fung's not
but
going to do
a
a
Peking
Peking
duck,
duck or Wagyu
A5 Wagyu.
on a block right in front of your table.
It's probably for the best that they don't put that in Downtown Disney
They
because
do a
otherwise we would
lychee
spend
martini
all
though,
of
and
our
that is
money.
good.
Hmm?
They do a lychee martini though, and it's good.
But I'm saying it's probably good that it's not in Downtown Disney because otherwise we would have no money because we would
Hmm.
spend all of it all the time.
It's usually what we do, anyways.
It's best to save it for when we go to Disney World because then we're
Yeah,
spending vacation money, which is completely different
that's not
than
money.
normal money. Everybody knows this.
That's yeah,
We notice.
that's not money. What are you talking about?
But yeah, the other thing is 2024 was kind of a fun year for Disneyland because they approved that Disneyland Forward
They did.
plan.
I'm
So we
really
should
excited
have
for
new
that.
things coming to Disneyland. Avatar.
There's something about Avatar, and if it's not what's in my mind, then I'm gonna be very
If it doesn't
disappointed.
make me cry like Flight of Passage, I'm going to be pissed. I'm
Exactly.
going to be pissed. I'm going to be so
If
mad.
it doesn't, yeah, if it doesn't wow you when you walk into it, like you're walking into
Pandora,
Pandora,
I'm going to
that's
be
one of
pissed.
the coolest lands to come into because you're completely transported into another world.
I
And
That's
that's
like one of the things I
you're
crave
not
when I
in
haven't
Disney
been to
anymore.
Disney World
You're
in a
another
while.
planet.
I crave Pandora. I'm like, we
It's
must go to
good. It
Animal
looks so
Kingdom to see
good,
Pandora.
especially right at like when the sun has just set under the big rocks, but it's still
Oh
up, and like
yeah,
the skies
and they
the sky's
start
like
the
pink and
the
orange
light up
and
like
golden and
algae
purples.
on the rocks and the floor
Yeah, and
starts to light up.
yeah,
Oh,
it's so good. Oh.
oh,
And then you get on that ride, and then you smell the smells, and you
oh.
hear the music.
And that's some of our favorite bathrooms too, because you can hear the music in the bathrooms, so you
Oh
don't
God,
look. You're
they're
just
nice
immersive.
bathrooms. Yeah,
You're just
they're
immersed in
very
all
nice
of it.
bathrooms.
It's great.
You can go on a little sidewalk thing and go bang on some drums, or
Oh,
just
it's so fun.
listen. All you got to do is close your eyes and listen and meditate
Close your
for a
eyes and
minute,
listen.
and it's like you just took like an hour nap for in 5 minutes or 1 minute. Yeah, sure.
I know. Flight of Passage is one of
Nice.
the only rides that I can think of, like in recent history, that we have willingly waited in like an hour plus line for it.
No, we haven't.
Yes, we have.
I feel like we've
There was
always
that one time that we did it, and I had to go get us drinks because we had been waiting, and it was during
one
COVID, so we were really
time,
spaced out,
but it wasn't
and
supposed to
we
be an hour.
it was like over an
I feel
hour,
like it.
and
I
we were
feel like it
both
took a little
very happy
longer.
by the time that we got inside that they had the bathroom in the ride queue because we both needed
Yeah,
it.
because I had to go
Yeah. The actually, I'm going to bring this up now.
twice.
Why don't more rides have
I don't know. They all
bathrooms in the
should. If
queue?
you're, especially yeah, when
That's
you're
genius.
waiting 1 hour, 2 hour. I don't usually
Why
do
didn't they
that.
do that when they
I
were
mean, we never
building
do that,
Rise of
but
the
sometimes
Resistance? The fact that they didn't put that in the Rise of the
there's so much
Resistance
space over
queue
there. It doesn't
blows
make
my
sense at all,
mind.
right? I don't know.
Anyways, so we got news of Disneyland Forward, which is
That's
very
good.
exciting. Very
What else
exciting.
might
And
go
then
on there?
also
Aren't they
Tiana's
gonna
finally
put
opened in both the parks.
Isn't that exciting? My favorite ride
Thrilling.
is now something else, but it's gonna be fun because it's the same ride.
Sure. We're going to go with that.
I do love that movie.
I do really love that movie.
It's a good movie. Prince Naveen is
Great
probably one of the
movie.
best ones.
It's a really great movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
And I
still a
like that she
little.
loves to cook and she works hard to make her own restaurant and I have a little me inside of her. Or her me no, it didn't come out right. Her inside of me. I don't know. I'm gonna stop.
I don't think.
I don't know what I was trying to say. I know what I was trying to say, but that just
I
wasn't
know
it.
what you were trying to say. You
I
were trying to say
spilt
that
on
you
myself
see.
and I got confused.
You just spilled
I'm
on yourself
surprised.
again.
I'm surprised that was probably like only like the third time. Oh, yeah. I didn't call
I
it
know.
out the
But
first
anyway, I
time
know what
in
you
the
were trying
beginning
to
like I
say. You were
always
trying to
do
say that
because
you see some of her in yourself.
Yeah, yeah, because I like she's got this beautiful vision of this amazing restaurant and like place, club or live
It's a
music, and
restaurant.
just this great place for people to come and play and dance and have fun. Yeah,
Eat.
the fucking cat again. Every fucking episode.
I can't make it go away.
The tail. It's just shoving it. I think it knows what it's doing. It's gonna fart in your face. It's gonna, and you're gonna have to just keep it together.
The worst part is that, like,
Good luck with
every
that.
time this happens, I end up sneezing because it knows that I'm allergic. And, like,
Yeah, yeah.
I can
So
feel
does
my
your.
nose,
So
like,
does. Yeah,
closing up as the cat is on me. I can feel it happening.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're going to go into anaphylactic shock and die. And you know who's going to be to blame for that? That cat right there.
It just cannot
It
stand
walked
not
into
being the
that
center of
apartment all
attention.
by itself and just helped itself to your lap. It had no help at all. Nobody put it there.
No, it did it itself. Look
Yep.
at it. So that kind of wraps up 2024, but with lots to talk about with
Is that it? No,
2025.
we got some things. We've got all the bum bum bum. Did you see Moana too?
No?
I didn't either. I really want to, but I picked Wicked. I feel like I had to pick
Fucking
Wicked.
God.
Actually, it wasn't my choice. I've just
Moved
been too
everything.
busy.
Moved the entirety of the setup.
I love seeing movies during the holidays, but I've been way too busy.
I
I'm
know.
surprised I had time to go see Wicked. And
I saw Wicked twice, and I haven't managed
I
to do
want to see it
anything else.
again, but I really don't have time for that. If I hope it stays out like extra long, but it
I
probably
feel like it
won't.
must because like it's gotten such positive
But
like
yeah,
reviews and everything. I
I mean,
feel like they'll
it's
keep
still
it in
going,
theaters.
and it's such a long movie though. Like you got to take time out of your busy holiday schedule to go and do that.
Yeah,
I guess a lot of families or kids have the next couple weeks
break.
off, but I don't. I've got to wrap presents and decorate and make cookies. I've been
Sounds
doing
like a
that
tough
for
life.
weeks. It's really a lot. I don't know how many dozens of cookies I've made, but I've got to make two more kinds of cookies and probably 5 dozen of each, or 6 dozen of each. Another 12 dozen cookies. Still, the ornaments. It's a busy time. So to have a movie come out during that time, and there's a lot of them. So there was Wicked, and then there's Moana, two, and then we've got Lion King coming out, which I really want to see because I loved Lion King when I was a kid, the original one. So just off the basis of that, I want to see it. But
That was
um,
like how I really wanted to see the live action Beauty and the Beast because it's my favorite movie, and then I was just really pissed off.
it was pretty.
It pissed me off.
It was pretty. You know, my favorite part about that is seeing them at Enchanted Rose, the candelabra, the
Yeah.
right. That's the best
I
part.
did like
I really
the
want those for
design
our
for the
house.
inanimate objects in
Yeah,
the
I
live
really want
action.
them for our house. They
The
like we
rest of
have to
it
have.
pissed me off. And I
It was
expect
very
the same
pretty.
thing to happen in Mufasa. It was not really pretty. The
I'm not
beast
exactly
looked
sure what
like
it was. Well, it's a beast, and the beast from like the
it was
the
because they
play
put
or
the
the
guy
musical
on
was really
stilts to
kind of more
like
looks
try
like
and
that.
have him like do the like audio the capture of the motion capture thing, and it just gave him a
Yeah,
weird walk. And then Emma Watson had the dumbass idea to be like, no, she's going to be a strong independent woman, you won't put a corset on me. And I'm like, that's just historically inaccurate. That is historically inaccurate. And then she was like, we're going to turn this into like a
yeah,
feminist movie where I have to pick locks with my hair clip. And I'm like, it was already a feminist movie because Belle could think for herself. You didn't have to make it a whole fucking
yeah,
storyline.
yeah. She wasn't just gonna get married to the next best guy or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, you didn't have to complicate it. And then they had this whole like subplot about, oh, my mom died from the plague, blah blah blah. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Why did we need to? Who cares? Who cares? Pissed
I
me
get
off.
the
Whole thing pissed
you
me
know what
off.
really pisses me off about that movie is, well,
Besides her
I
dress
don't
being
mind it.
ugly.
I don't mind it, but I get Dan Stevens. I'm totally off on that. I think.
No, Stan Stevens. That's the
Dan
beast.
Stevens as a doppelganger. People like say I look like that. But then it was like right when that movie came out, so I'm like,
Is this what I want to be known
Dan
for?
Stevens as the Beast. You mean like what are you trying to say?
My beastly man.
Like that one out of everything?
Oh, and
How
then
about
I
like
just
Dan
remembered the other
Stevens
thing that
and
pissed
something
me off
else?
is then in all of like the press they were like, no, this is like a very like inclusive film, and I'm like, you had a weird subplot about
Oh, and
LeFou
people
being
freaked out about
attracted to
that.
Gaston and
But it
then
wasn't
some
even in
guy
there. It
being
wasn't
happier
really
in a
there. Like
dress. I'm like,
there wasn't
that
really
just
any
seemed
storyline
forced.
on that at all. It was just kind of implied.
It was, but
Not
then they
really.
totally leaned into it for the marketing, and I was like, what are you doing? Stop it. Just
Did they? Or was it just like they did and then but then it was
they
like
did.
it was the
Everyone was
backlash
talking
about
about
it
it.
that it was because the backlash about it, but it actually wasn't there. So
It wasn't there, but I feel like that was
it
the
was like
problem is
fake.
they kept trying to
It
say
was
it was
fake
there.
news.
It was. They kept trying to say it was
I
there.
mean, no fucking care. I don't care. I was just see her get me frustrated. I had to stuff my oh, it's close. My ear got. I gotta get different headphones. My ear got caught on my this. I
Oh
was just
dear.
reaching for my water, and then all of a sudden it popped up.
Anyways, it was fake news because they said that it was there, and then people threw a fit because it was there, and then they
Yeah, and
responded and leaned into it more
that's
heavily.
but
They leaned
that
into it more
was
heavily though
that
once
was the
people threw a fit.
marketing. That was the whole thing. That was, but it was marketing throws a little bone out there, and then all this came at it, going crazy for
But then they
something
leaned
that didn't
into it. They could
exist.
have been like, it's just
But then you
like they
watch
could
the
have
movie,
backtracked a little bit.
and there was nothing there except like a dance between a guy and
Yep.
a guy for a second.
Yeah, and the guy coming out of the wardrobe in a dress and being like happy and being like
I eat when
instead
I
of
get
horrified. And I'm
frustrated.
like,
You're, you're really trying to get me aggravated.
and that's what you can expect from Mufasa. I'm quite positive.
Yeah. Well, bringing it back to that, yeah. I hope not. I really hope
That's what
not.
happened with the
It
first.
is a different story. So it's not like it's its own movie in its sense. So there's that going for it. But it's coming out Christmas week, the same time that the new Sonic movie's coming out.
That looks like some
And
bullshit.
but you know who's doing a lot more marketing for that or for either one of those? The Sonic's gotten. I feel like I see way more Sonic on
Yeah, I
things
see
than I
Sonic all
do
over the
the
place.
Lion, the Mufasa movie. And you would think I would see more Mufasa just based off of algorithms, knowing that I frequent Disney more often.
Yeah, honestly, the only reason that I saw Mufasa was even coming out when it was because it was before Wicked. Like the trailer was before Wicked.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I didn't have a Mufasa trailer. Then I
No,
only
I
just
had
saw a
it both
Mufasa trailer
times
because
I
I
saw
looked at
Wicked.
on Disney Plus. They have a teaser or something on there that just came out. Yeah, a look at it, something. I don't know what to call that. So I only just saw something about Mufasa, but I knew it was coming out. But
I knew it was coming out. I just didn't know when until I saw
the
the trailer
marketing
before
though is
Wicked.
not it's not marketing unless they just assume that they don't
The
need
people who
to
know
push
about
it
it know about
towards
it.
people that are going to know about it. Yeah, so they're pushing it probably towards people who wouldn't be in the know. I don't know. It's possible because Sonic wouldn't be something I would normally go and watch. I'll watch it because I watched the other ones.
I did not watch the other one. I had no interest.
I don't remember them. I just remembered Jim Carrey was in them, but
Yes, he was.
and I like my Jim Carrey.
I do like Jim Carrey.
I really miss that man. He's not around enough. I feel like he was around all the time as a kid.
Yeah.
When I was a kid.
Well, now
Moving
you can watch him
on
in
to
Sonic.
20. Yay. I think he's in there twice, right?
2025.
Doesn't he have like an alter ego or some? I have no idea. I just saw like two different
No, I
versions
think
of him in that
from the
movie.
trailer that I've seen, he's still just the same character as he was in the first Sonic. But they like
Say
need
like
his help or something. I don't know.
there's a two of them, or I don't even know. I have no idea. We'll find out.
I didn't watch the first
But
Sonic, so I have no fucking clue.
Christmas night, I like to go to the theaters on Christmas night sometimes,
Oh,
and
I don't.
sometimes I do.
I have no
I
time for
forget
that.
what I've seen. I do. I feel like I've done it a few times, and the only one that I really remember was that movie that was. It was really about a life of a Labrador dog, and it was fucking sad.
Why would you do that to yourself on
Uh,
Christmas?
they because it came out on Christmas or something. I don't know. My
The
dad
only
and
movie
still
I've ever seen on Christmas, I saw Christmas Day, like in the middle of the day, and it was
yeah.
Spider-Man Homecoming. And I was,
I might have done that. I don't, yeah, that might happen
yeah.
too.
It was just because my sister
No.
and her boyfriend were there for Christmas, and like we didn't want the boyfriend to be bored. And my sister doesn't know anything about Spider-Man, so I was like, I'll go. That way, when you see three Spider-Men come out at once, because I'd already seen it, I was like, that way someone is like appropriately excited. So we
Yeah.
all went to the theater to see Spider-Man.
I know of three movies though that are coming out next week. So we've talked about two of them, and then there's it was just at the tip of my tongue. What was it? It was right there.
Besides
There's one more.
Mufasa,
It's completely different. What is it?
Mufasa, Sonic.
Nosferatu. Completely different vibe. Honestly, if I was gonna pick one,
I'm
I'd go to
really
that one.
excited to see that.
I really want to see that. Actually,
I really want to
yeah,
see it, but I don't
really
want to
do.
see it on Christmas.
No, what the fuck? Why did they do that? I'm tempted. I'm tempted because what? I mean, I would remember that movie. I would remember seeing that on Christmas. I will for sure remember that. But
I just don't have time on Christmas. We're
I
like
don't have
so busy
time.
on Christmas that
I don't have time, and I want to play games. And I've got my sister down here, so I'm gonna and my brother and family, whatever. But I want to play games, and I want to win. So I'm going to make them play games, and that doesn't get to happen very often. I can go to the movies whenever I want to.
there you go.
I can't play games and win.
No, can't
So
do that.
priorities. So I'm
There
going
you
to
go.
play a new game. Actually, hold. Well, there's hold. I haven't played this one yet. I've got you back. Okay, so I got this last year, and it's been in storage because we were moving. But I just found it
Oh
again.
yeah.
I haven't played it. I have no idea how to play it. I don't know what it's about, but I
Should be
don't know.
fun.
It should be fun. Two teams compete to be the first to identify all of their team's treasure cards displayed on the grid. Okay. Okay, anyways, be careful not to decipher a code incorrectly, or you might help the other team. It's a race to it. I think whatever it is, I'm gonna win. So,
Probably.
most definitely. Speaking of games, I think it's a perfect time for just a one trivia question.
No. Jesus fucking Christ. You and your fucking trivia. This bullshit trivia game. We don't have time for this.
It's
Put
an
your
easy
trivia
one.
down.
I think it's an easy one. Do you want Mary Poppins, Santa Claus, Sleeping? Well, I just had Santa Claus. Nah. Yeah, Sleeping Beauty, Santa Claus, Mary Poppins.
The fuck are you talking about?
Theme of the questions: Haley Mills, or something about Epcot.
I don't know. Pick one. Get going.
Yellow, purple, green, blue, or red.
I don't know, purple.
Great. Who plays the role of jolly old Saint Nick in the Disney film The Santa Claus?
Tim Allen.
There you go. That's for you.
Great.
How does it
Okay.
feel to be a winner?
I'm
I know
always
it
a
doesn't
winner.
have to. It's usually me, but
Very
moving on to
rarely.
how about
Moving on
walking
to
into
2025.
2025? Great. What are we looking forward to this year?
Well, I
Other than the
think
obvious podcast goals. Maybe somebody might watch this. That would be great.
that's a great goal.
Except myself.
I think we should get better about posting more consistently on Instagram and TikTok. Unless they get rid of TikTok, in which case just
Yeah.
Instagram.
Well, yeah. I know it's a lot of work to do on TikTok, but the more we do it, I feel like it's just adds to the fact that the amount of people that use TikTok for something in their lives, and it's not what people think it is, or what they're saying it is, or why it should be gotten rid of in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
It's a place for people to express themselves or communicate and share knowledge or whatever. But
Yeah.
and,
So I think we should
might as well take advantage of it. I think that's the best place to do that.
I think we should get better about posting on social media. That's a goal for 2025.
Yes, actually, hold that thought for a second. Oh, you got a pencil sharpener?
Not this fucking pencil again. Do you know how many times you've shown me that fucking
Where the
pencil?
fuck am I supposed to get a pencil sharpener that big? I don't think I'm supposed to use that. 2005. Nope.
2025?
20. Yeah, this is. I keep just doing that. I've like restarted this decade from like 20, like 2001, 2003. Like when it's 2021, I'm like, it's back in, it was just a few years ago, 2021, or 2001, 2003. So 2025 goals. So what is the technical goal? Increase?
No one gives two fucks about our technical goals.
I don't know. This is what's on the paper. Our podcast goals.
We're supposed to talk about it, not write it down like we're including them in a business meeting.
Well, because I'm going to forget about it. That's why I'm doing that. Well, I guess you can write it down. Well, if you're going to watch it again. But we're in a business meeting. I think my entire life is a business meeting. All right.
Is it?
So just keep talking. So our 2025 goals.
Yeah, I think we should increase be more active on social media.
Engagement on social media. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we have things that we talk about, and we have like little clips that we make and like posts that we make, and I just don't think we're as consistent about posting them, and we could, so we should.
Well, we have all of that trivia content.
I know, fucking trivia game.
There's enough trivia content to last us. We haven't even gotten anywhere on that game yet, but there's enough to last us like a year.
Yeah, and then like. Kind of podcast related, but not. But like, we gotta get back to Disney World. I miss Disney World so much. I miss it.
Okay, we gotta pick. It's all on the list. Go. What festival have we not done yet?
We haven't done Festival of the Arts, which is in like February, January to like February. It's right after Festival of the Holidays. We've never been in February. We've gone in like springtime. We've done fall. We've done winter, but we've never done.
Followed it so much through the years, but I haven't actually been there. But I feel like I've been there because I followed it so much.
I know we haven't done Festival of the Arts.
Well, that's not happening because that's like in 2 months.
No, but I was thinking
book it for the following year. In 2005, we will book it for 2006.
In 2025, we will book for 2026. Yes.
So book.
But I think
Festival of the Arts for 2026.
But I also feel like we have to enact my genius plan to save money, which is just to take the shortest, bougiest trip ever.
All of them
Where
at the same time in 1 month.
all of them VIP tour for every park. Let's go.
Right? Isn't that? I mean, you could spend so many. Because,
We'll go to Epic Universe at Universal Studios, private VIP tour,
well,
see
that's
what we need to
different.
see. Get over to Disney World, private VIP tour, see what we need to see, and then a day
Yeah.
doing Festival of the Arts.
And then we got to get on a cruise.
And then we have to get on a cruise.
And then quickly fly to Paris. And then fly
Hop
from
over to
Paris.
Paris.
The only way back is to get to Shanghai and Hong Kong.
To fly back from
Hong Kong and then
Paris.
Shanghai. And then
The only
Tokyo.
way to get back
And
is to
then
go
we
the opposite
land
direction
in...
towards China.
I've done it before.
It's just going all the way around.
I've done that before. You know what? Sometimes it is the best way. But if you're going to do it, you might as well throw Disney in there. That makes it something. And then you'd actually be tired for the flights. You'd really be tired for the flights. You'd be sleeping the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
And then
that's
also
not going
we
to happen.
haven't.
But we would
We
like
also
to
haven't
do a cruise.
done. We also haven't been on Tron since Tron opened.
I'm not that excited about that. I was, but
I'm kind of
the
excited
fact
about
that it's
it.
only like it's less than a minute, it's just
I
that
didn't want
sounds
to
like
do it when it was
bullshit.
less than a minute when you had to do the virtual queue, but now that you can just like do it, I feel like I'm
Yeah.
excited again.
That would be so cool if it was like 5 minutes long, but no. Like Guardians of the
Yeah, Cosmic Rewind.
Cosmic Rewind, yeah, that's a long ride. That's got some
It is a long
time
ride.
to it, right? For
I miss that ride
for a roller
too.
coaster,
I
it's
can't
so
wait
good.
to go back on that.
I'm just gonna put that on there. Ride Cosmic Rewind again,
That's a big goal.
twice at least.
Twice.
That's it. That's all I'm asking for is twice.
But see, if we had a VIP tour, we can just keep going on it. We can just keep doing it over and over.
Yes. Is this when we're gonna put our GoFundMe out there and
Yeah. Pay for us to get on a
Yeah.
VIP tour.
come on, pay for us and we'll go with you. You
Yeah,
can pay for it
VIP
too.
tours are up to like, what, 10 people?
It's really not that bad for when you get a group together, compared to what you pay for a day or
It's
what
true.
you would pay for like in 4 days. It costs less than that because you can cram that into one day if you're a VIP.
Yeah. This is what I'm telling you. It's a money saving little trip there. Shorten your trip and just do VIP tours. Easy peasy.
Yes. VIP. You know what else we got to do is we have to make it to the 70th anniversary birthday.
It's
of
been on
Disney.
my calendar for about 8 years.
Since I've
I'm
known
prepared.
you. Since I know
I'm
that
ready.
you were a Disney fan. Yes, we've been talking about it ever since, and you told me about the 60th, and
Yeah.
somehow I missed that
I
one.
loved being
'cause
there
I
for
was
the 60th.
Working. I was working. I miss
There were
everything 'cause I'm working.
cupcakes, there were buttons. It was great.
You know what I can't use as an excuse anymore for not seeing things?
Working. I literally have had those. I've had 3 days on my calendar for the 70th blocked out for years.
You know, the
Literally
ironic
years.
thing is, when we actually finally do these things, I will
You'll
be
be working again.
I'll be going there working. I'll make work out of it somehow. I don't know.
Sure.
Sure. Dante will be working.
Yeah.
Well.
Put down Donte, make
Alright, do I
money.
really wanna make the money. VIP tour. Where's our VIP tour specifically? Only. We don't need to do that at Disneyland.
No, I don't care about it.
I don't
at
understand
Disneyland.
why people do it at Disneyland. That doesn't make sense.
I wouldn't do it at Disneyland.
Just have an annual pass. Just have the highest annual pass.
Exactly.
Do
But Disney
the
World,
same thing.
I want that VIP tour.
Absolutely.
I want that VIP tour.
They can get you from park to park real quick.
Although, do they do, like, I know at Disneyland, if you do a VIP tour, now there's merch that you can buy that you can only buy if you're on the VIP tour. Is that
I do
also in
want
Disney
all of
World?
that. That's the only reason I would do. Yeah, it's the only reason I would do the VIP tour in Disneyland.
Do
Other
they
than
not
just
do
saying
that
they
at
did
Disney
it.
World? Was that a Disneyland only
I don't know.
thing
They should.
that they started?
I don't know, but I'm actually not positive about that because I just looked at Disneyland. It just
If
got
it is
introduced.
only at
I have
Disneyland,
a feeling
then
they just
write down
introduced
do
it
a
at
VIP tour
Disneyland.
at Disneyland.
Well, yeah, just to walk around with that backpack and the ears and everything.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
VIP
Also,
tour
write down we have to
Orlando
get into
or
Club
just for
33
that.
because I want the Club 33
That's
merch.
been on our list every year.
Well, put it on again. See if we can finally make it happen.
Maybe it will.
There are like this isn't a goal at all. Don't write it down because that's a waste of time. But there are so many things that are happening in 2025 that I'm like excited for
Yeah.
slash a little bit nervous about. Like the
Well,
70th anniversary, very excited. The fact
it's
that they're bringing back Paint the Night for the 70th, very excited. Very
it's kind
excited.
of those things.
Um,
I wouldn't have to write any rides. I just want to be there.
yeah. And the
Just want to
fact
be
that they're going to
there. All these
finish the
things, the
Haunted
parade
Mansion
and
queue,
the fireworks and yeah,
finish the
and
Haunted Mansion
that.
that Madame Leota gift shop is going to
The
open. I'm
park
very
is going to look better
excited.
than it's ever looked before.
Yeah.
You know
They're
that.
starting to do those new front gates at Disneyland. They're
Everything
like
is going to be
opening up
working.
those.
Yeah.
They're opening up the new front gates at Disneyland, which are like more automated. That should be very
Yeah.
fun. And
I'm
the thing that I'm
pumped up.
so excited about that's opening in 2025 is the Walt Disney animatronic that's going to go in Main Street in the Opera House, like the Mr. Lincoln show, but it's going to be Walt Disney. Like, how fun! How fun!
They're trying to make me cry. Oh, going back to last year again. That Mary Poppins special, that was something. That was good.
Oh, that really was special. I
Yeah.
loved that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. So the things
Well,
happening in Disneyland in 2025, I'm very excited about. Disney World,
hmm.
I'm a little 50-50. Like I'm super excited about the Pirate Lounge that's opening. I'm super excited about
Why
the
can't we get one of those?
spaceship Earth Lounge that's opening.
Why can't we get like that? What am I thinking of? A Skipper's Canteen kind of a vibe, or
I think
like
there's just
but
not as
more
much
pirate,
space
like
right
Pirates of the
now.
Caribbean thing.
Yeah, it's just right now
It'd be
there's no
so good.
space in Disneyland.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there is. There's that whatever. There's next to the Tiki Room.
That's already like a Dole Whip place or whatever.
Yeah, but the little grab and go place. No, it's not grab and
Hmm.
go. It's yeah, but a pirate's like Skipper Canteen. That'd be fun.
That would be fun. But yeah, so I'm really excited about the things in Disneyland. Disney World, I feel like a lot of it's just construction. Like closing Dino Land for construction, closing Rivers of America for construction, closing Muppet Courtyard for construction. Like I feel like it's a lot of like I feel like
It's a
Disney
lot of
World
closings.
in 2025 is going to be rough because they're
It's losing
preparing
like
for
5% of the
2026.
park space, or at least shutting down 5% of the park space ish. I
Yeah.
don't know.
So I feel like
Throwing out a number.
2026 is going to be a really fun year for Disney World, but 2025 is going to be rough for Disney World. I feel like Disneyland is going to have a really good 2025 because of the 70th and all they're doing for it. So
Yeah.
maybe it's a good thing that we're planning to buy a trip for Disney World in 2025, but go in 2026. Maybe this is really good thinking on our
Exactly.
part.
I I was. That's exactly why I said it.
Sure. Sure it
We're gonna
was.
go with that.
And then also, I am excited for Epic Universe to open at Universal. Like, I really feel like we're going to have to explore that.
Epic Universe. Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, I'm really excited for Epic Universe. That sounds really fun. Although, I think this is a little bit of a prediction for you, a little bit of like a prediction. I think they're going to surprise us with a whole new section of Epic Universe that's just based off of Wicked. I think there's going to be a whole Emerald
people really
City,
think that's gonna happen.
Munchkin
They
Land.
should. I don't know why they wouldn't. That's
You can have a
always
meet
been
and
a
greet with Glinda in a
Wizard of
bubble.
Oz
Are
has
you
always been
kidding
like
me?
the greatest movie of, I don't want to say all time, but like it's definitely up there on the top 100.
No, but
Just
they can do it
most
for
iconic
Wicked
movies.
because Wicked was produced by
And now
Universal.
we've got this
So
whole
might as well
recreation
take
of it.
advantage
Yeah,
of that
yeah,
and
yeah,
put it in Epic Universe. Are you telling me
yeah.
people wouldn't want to go see like Munchkin Land or the Emerald
Oh
City from
yeah.
Wicked?
Wasn't the original one, wasn't that MGM,
That was MGM,
which was absorbed by Disney, right?
I think, because it was MGM Studios.
That's a huh? Yeah, it's a technicality, but maybe that's why they didn't do it. Maybe they can't. Maybe they have
I think
store.
they could do it. There's a difference. It's not the Wizard of Oz, it's Wicked. It's a
It's
completely different.
technicalities. Yeah,
Yeah, they could figure it out.
but they could only do it in the wicked
So just do
sense.
Shiz University.
Yeah, but
Shiz
that would be. I
University does
mean,
not exist in the
if it
Wizard of
looks anything
Oz.
like that movie, it's great.
Yep.
That was so beautiful. That
And
was so
then just
cool.
have a ride
I want to
where
go. Like
you
that movie
defy
made you
gravity
want to
on a
go there.
broomstick. Yep.
It's pretty creepy, and I want Jeff Goldblum. I want him there too, as the wizard, all the time.
There you go. Make a note of that.
I bet you he would. He feel like he would pull a Johnny Depp instead of how Johnny Depp would come in a character as
He's only ever done that like twice. I
once
don't
or
know why it
twice.
became such like a thing.
I don't know. It should
He's done it
happen all
like
the
twice.
time. If that was the rest of my life, I would be pretty happy. Honestly, if I
Well,
just went to Disneyland all the time, I'd be pretty happy. Great. Epic Universe. Yes, and more in 2025. What else is happening? We're going to have a birthday. You're going to be somewhere in the middle of 3 and 4.
what?
We have to celebrate your birthday bigger because we didn't this year, so it's got to be bigger and better next year.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Sure.
right. I don't know what that's going to look like. We keep
What
talking.
about your
Well,
birthday? You also have a birthday in 2025 or
yeah,
2026. 2025,
yeah.
2025
It's
and
not a very big
2026.
one. It's fine. It's pretty fine.
My
If we
birthday's not
just,
big either
it's really
in
big.
2025.
It's like this one and then that one.
What? What
I don't know.
the hell are you talking about?
I'm just putting on the list. I'm back to this stupid pen that doesn't write, and I'm wondering why it doesn't write. Celebrate Emma's birthday.
So stupid.
What are we doing though? We're going to where are we going? Paris. No, it's not a good time. It's gonna be weird.
No.
Um
My birthday's like it's like kind of cold. I have like a colder month birthday.
yeah. Yeah. Well, we could go see the F1 in Vegas. It's really a terrible time to go to Vegas.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that.
Prices are jacked and it's crowded and
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
obnoxious. Vegas is already obnoxious when there's nothing going on. We're gonna have to think on that one. We could be going to the
I gotta figure out what day of the year it falls on. I'm curious now.
it's going to be the
Your birthday falls on a Wednesday.
it's gonna be the 20th of November. That's a Wednesday?
Yours is on a Wednesday, mine's on a Thursday.
Oh.
And again, it's not during the week of Thanksgiving, which really annoys me.
Or Thanksgiving late again?
Ooh, Halloween's on a Friday though this year in 2025. That's
Ooh.
kind of fun.
Maybe we do that instead.
That's kind of a
Halloween's
fun
always
day.
fun. I don't know what we do. I did kind of miss being out of LA for Halloween. It looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's pretty obnoxious. I've done it many times before. I really don't need to do it again, but I think just because I'm not there. When I'm there, I'm like I don't want to do it, but when I'm here, anything else is better.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't done like a Halloween like in Hollywood since I was 18. After that, I was like, this is annoying. I'm not doing this again.
Wait, have you done West Hollywood?
Yeah. It was my first year in college.
It's probably
so
the same,
I
but
was just about to turn
it's
19.
just a lot.
But except for I
It's
looked
just a
really
lot.
good because I had no fat
wanna
on my body
say-
at 18. And so I was a lion in like the skimpiest little gold bikini running around West Hollywood, having a grand old time.
Good story, bro. Not that
Anything
one.
else in 2025 that speaks to you greatly?
I know there's more things. Possibly buy a house or something outside of this country. Figure out how to buy a house outside of this country. That'd be good. But
Where the fuck are you getting money to do that?
Well, we're going to figure that out. That's why my second point was figure out how to buy a house outside this country.
Okay, good. All right. If you would
Find a
like to pay off
place.
my mortgage of the house that I have inside this
Find
country
out how to
first.
pay off your mortgage and that. Yeah, well. So, we're going to figure out how to pay for Emma's mortgage.
Yes.
That's a
I don't
good
want
one.
it anymore. I would like to keep my house, but I don't want the mortgage. So if we could just figure that one out, I would
Tired of
really
this
appreciate
bullshit. The pen thinks so too. Just threw its head at you.
it. Yep.
Anybody? If you go fund me, you can find it on our page somewhere. Are we going to make a headquarters of your condo? A room? A wing?
Sure.
A wicked and wasted wing?
We'll turn the east wing into the wicked and wasted wing.
Nobody goes in the east wing.
The west wing's overrated to block that off. We're going to block off the east wing.
Wait, but is that the east wing?
It depends. If you walk in my front door, then it's the east wing. Because it's to the right. If I'm facing the kitchen, it's to the right that we'd block off. I believe a celebratory toast is in order.
Yeah. Well, you know what? To wicked and wasted, and to
wicked and wasted, and 2025,
and to 2025, and
yeah. Let's
hold that thought. Hold that thought. This is kind of a sad glass right here. We're just gonna throw a little spritzer in there.
Very good.
Cheers.
Cheersy to 2024 and 2025 and this
goodbye
podcast.
2024. And that bullshit. And on to our dreams. Can you believe
it's already?
Future.
It's gonna have been. This
Can
year
you believe we're a quarter of the
COVID?
century? Can you believe we're a quarter of the century through the fucking century? No. Just that's the first time I actually thought that.
Can you believe we're a quarter of the century through the quarter of the century?
But it's like I was realizing what it actually was that I was like grasping the scope of it as I was saying it. I was like I was shocked. Can you believe that?
I don't think we're gonna, based off of our ages and where we are, I don't think we're gonna live to see the end of the century.
No.
So a quarter of it's pretty good.
I keep getting carded for using my debit card and credit cards. So,
oh my God. I'm not getting carded at all.
That's weird. You're younger than I am.
No. Maybe I need to get more Botox.
Same.
Really freeze it up there, you know?
Go fund me. It's right up over here. Put that somewhere, right?
We'll post a link somewhere.
Or, our Cash App.
Shit. Well, if anyone has any other goals besides having someone pay for their Botox, do let us know. We would love to hear.
Yep. Okay, yeah, great. Any tips on Botox? Yes, we'll take it.
I don't need tips. I have a lovely injector. I just need the money.
Yeah. Well, the tips got to go in somewhere. But on that note,
it's very clever. Clever.
Anyways, cheers. Happy 2025. Stay wicked, everybody.
And stay wasted.
This is so stupid.